Welcome to the Let It Fly show. I am Michael Severe, joined by my guy, Josh Jones, of course, 3-time state champion at Central. Our youngest has started at Central. He loves it already because it's a great school.
Yeah.
And, of course, Creighton Blue Jay as well.
Yep.
Man, we are so close.
Yeah.
We're so close to college football season
We
starting.
so close, man. I just keep turning on the TV like it's on.
Hoping?
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
You got all the preseason football and all that stuff. We can't wait for that to happen. Of course, we're in Let It Fly Sports Bar.
Yep.
Elevated experience you're going to get here.
Amen.
With the food, and we're going to get to that in a second.
Yep.
But we want to get everybody ready for football season because you're going to be coming here.
Right.
You're going to want to watch,
right.
but you're going to want to eat a lot.
Definitely.
We're going to have a brand new brunch menu very soon.
Yep.
Real quick with brunch is going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. They have a reverse thing, too. So they do one from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. and 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
So you can get brunch pretty much all day, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
which is really cool to be able to do that. And the kitchen stays open pretty late as well.
Hey, my favorite food is breakfast, man.
I'm with you.
You feel me?
I think breakfast is the best. And if you throw it in lunch, I get a little lunch in there too.
Yeah, right.
I'm with you.
Right.
I mentioned it's elevated. It's about the food. So we got a couple people on us, help us some influencers to tell us more about what they think about the food. And we got a nice selection. Erin Sorensen, one of my oldest friends alive. Emmy Award winning journalist. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We appreciate
We got to talk about that for sure.
Yes, definitely. And Meg Bauer joining us from Yelp as well. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you.
Don't you guys feel like
us.
this is just like a content creation table right here?
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Like I said earlier, the phone eats first, so everybody get their photos in before
You
we
are
dive
definitely.
in.
I always-
Hey,
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Because I haven't been any place and haven't seen a person with a phone out, even myself, before I eat.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to get into. Sometimes you got to get into very unique positions.
Yeah.
You got to take it
Right.
on the chin that people are going to be looking at you.
Right.
But you got to get that shot because the shot lives forever.
Here's
Yeah,
the
for sure.
embarrassment just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Here's the
Right.
funny thing. So I went to a omakase for
Okay.
my wife's birthday. And
Yeah, the pictures were great
and they're
too, by
giving
the way.
you the sushi, and you're supposed to eat it right away. So David would look at you. If you took too long taking the picture, he was like,
You got
right
a good
away.
photo of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so other than that,
Yeah.
you can take your time.
Yeah.
You're in front of a sushi chef.
Yeah.
Fast.
Is it awkward for you, kind of like if you like see somebody staring at you while you're taking, like it's not normal to them or something?
See, I can tell when I'm just really hungry because I forget and I start eating and then have this moment of realization of I didn't mean to do that.
Right.
And so then people have to stare at a piece of food that has a bite mark in it.
Yeah,
And then I'm
right.
like, well, look,
Right.
at least then you know it's good.
Yeah.
Because
You ate it fast.
I'm trying to eat it very quickly.
Yeah.
So it's,
You know, you might have came up with something. People should start taking pictures of food with bite marks in them.
To prove
No?
that it's good?
No.
You don't think?
No, I don't.
You don't think?
I like the fork picture. I like when someone with rigatoni that we're going to talk about,
right.
when they have the fork in and they're lifting it.
Yeah.
I like that
Like
picture.
a cheese pull is good.
That's good.
You know, I try to source content to post on the Yelp Omaha
Yeah.
Instagram. And, you know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, a cheese pull would be so great. And it's like,
Yeah.
where can I find that?
Yeah.
So if you're taking pizza or mac and cheese or rigatoni, maybe think about the cheese pull for me.
if you want to talk about cheese pool,
cheese pool's gonna be great.
that's going to be great
Look,
because it's
yeah.
literally oozing out of
Yeah.
it
Look
right
how
now.
big look how big those are. They're giant. We're going to get to those as well. Quick, before we get started, give us your, everybody has it, your social media stuff. Give us your account so people know.
Oh, yeah. You can follow me at Erin Sorensen on Twitter or whatever it's called this week.
Yeah,
But then
X.
I'm at Hello Erin Marie most other places. But if you just type in Erin Sorensen, you will find
Pop up
me.
with an E, not
With
an
an
O.
EN, yes. Do not do the ON because
Exactly.
I can't be responsible for whoever that
Whoever
is.
you
Yeah,
say.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
friends with him too.
Right.
Meg?
I am at Yelp Omaha. Just that easy.
That's easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
across
easy.
the board. Facebook,
Right.
X,
That's really
and
simple.
Instagram.
All right. Real quick,
I can't call it X, sorry. It's got to be
I
Twitter.
know, I know,
It's
I know.
Twitter.
I
Hard
was
to
about to say,
see.
you don't call it X, do you?
My wife
No,
said,
and
look,
I actually
some-
don't even open it now.
Really?
It's like the black is like, don't open it. It'll
throws
have
you
a
off.
red.
Yeah.
And I'm like, actually, I don't know if
Yeah.
I want to open
throws
that.
you off.
Actually,
Yeah.
the X tells me just
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
open it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is like, do not open
Yeah,
it.
I
And
I
I'm
say
like,
something
okay.
downloaded
Yeah.
on my phone. I go, that's Twitter.
You're going to be very tempted to open it the first opening weekend of college football.
That's true.
So true.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
so
true.
just get ready to look past it. Just click and
I
turn your
am
head.
known to tweet
Yeah.
at Big Ten,
Yeah.
and I will let them know my feelings.
Yeah, man.
I get emotional.
Before we get started, your favorite food from the press box. As someone who covers Nebraska and done it for a long time.
You know this
and
answer.
it's the worst answer ever.
It
but
is
give us your
not.
answer. It is the worst
It is
answer ever.
not. It's the
My
breakfast
boy's
pizza.
from New Jersey. Oh,
See?
okay. Oh,
It's
good.
the
Oh, no,
breakfast
that's fine.
pizza.
I thought you were going to say chili and cinnamon.
No.
Oh,
something
Okay,
about
I need
breakfast.
to explain this.
I thought you loved the
Yeah.
chili
There
and
is a
cinnamon
breakfast pizza, and I don't know what your sponsorship situation is
No,
like.
yeah, Valentino. You say it.
It's Valentino's,
It's not bad.
but this is a direct message
It's
to
pretty good.
Valentino's.
Yeah.
They don't sell it in most of their stores anymore
I
because
know.
they're not open enough early
Yeah.
enough for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good because they
Yeah.
put like a mustard
Yeah.
in the.
I know.
So
I
good.
know, yeah.
It's not quite Casey's, but it's okay.
But like I think
Casey's is good.
Casey's is good, but I really do like the breakfast pizza.
sure, yeah.
So like I live for those. So whenever they announce an 11 a.m. kick, I'm like, oh, breakfast pizza day.
Chili and cinnamon rolls, though.
I do, but I
That is gross.
well
There's the levels of grossness, and then
I
there's
don't
chili and
dip
cinnamon
the
rolls.
like we've had
I'm
this
not saying
conversation.
you do,
I
but
don't
it's
dip the
still-
cinnamon roll in the chili. I eat them separately. It's like a main piece and
And a
like
dessert.
and then a dessert.
Yeah.
Okay, if you
It's a
can
little
just
sweet.
See, my voice is
okay,
from Jersey,
yeah,
New
right.
York.
That makes sense.
We could have a whole episode just on like school food in the Midwest, like taquitos, like
my
the like
God.
Pizza witches.
they're not
I
real
just heard about these
taquitos,
again.
pizza
When I-
witches.
When
Hey,
I
it-
moved here, I thought a runza was a Jamaican meat pie. I made a huge error. I made a huge error on that, thinking it was a Jamaican meat pie.
You funny, man.
It was not the
guy's
same, but we love runza. Where you guys want to start?
Oh gosh.
So we have. I'll tell you real quick.
Let's
So
start
we-
with your favorite, bro.
We have, so
Let's
I
just
love
go
this.
down the line.
This is a vodka sauce with chicken rigatoni. It is delicious, and the best part about it is it's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the portions
It's-
are not
It's
messing around.
19
at this
bucks,
table.
but I
Yeah.
don't think you finish it. Most people take it home, and it's a second day meal.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's good heated up too.
Yeah, oh, I know. Yeah.
I know some people will finish it, Mac. Don't look at me like that. But some other people have. Then we have the giant mozzarella
Mozzarella,
cheese sticks
yeah.
with pepperoni.
You want to
cups.
try to pull that up? It's not hot anymore, so it
Let's
won't.
just try and see what happens.
Yeah,
Wanna try
go
and see what
ahead.
happens?
Yeah, the cheese won't do
see.
what we talked
see what
about.
it does here.
Hey, and
Oh,
is it true that
If it would
like
have, yes, if it-
people who do the pizza commercials, is it true that they pick up a piece, put paste down,
Yeah.
make it glue, and nail it down and pick it up?
I don't want to like out this,
Yeah, we
but
don't
my
wanna
my
pull back the curtain.
well, my dad used to do commercials and different
Yeah.
things, and that's actually like
Yeah.
the whole world of how I got to know you.
Yeah.
But like what they have to do to like hamburgers to make them
Right.
look
Yeah.
the way they do, or with
Yeah.
like
Turkey, even turkey. They
or
don't
like
cook the inside of it.
soda to make it look like there's
Yeah.
bubbles in it
Yeah.
constantly.
Yep,
yep. Right.
You're not consuming any of the things. So
Yeah.
I want to just point this out. If you're
Yeah.
looking at this and you're like, this looks really great, it's all edible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Right.
Taco pizza. This is new.
Yeah.
They haven't done this before. They've got great cheeses on it. They have their own homemade sauce on it as well. Pico de gallo. And it's basically made on a taco crust. So this isn't their normal pizza crust.
Oh,
It's a
interesting.
taco crust
Yeah.
that they made it
Oh.
with.
And they
Which
wood
is pretty
fire all of their pizzas.
Oh my God.
That
yeah.
is the secret
Yeah.
to their
We don't want
pizzas.
no conveyor belt pizza.
Yeah.
It's
Inside
real
out.
New York energy with
I like
the
that.
New York energy.
No, for sure.
Well, that's
Although-
Chef John.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bringing it
In
in.
New York, somebody would be making fun of you for making that. I love it, but they would be making fun of you. And then you have the wing flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
You know I
favorite
love
is-
the lemon pepper, man.
You are a lemon pepper person.
Come on,
I'm
man.
the Mike Hot Honey.
Look at you, Val.
I'm the Mike Hot Honey. You guys, had you heard of Mike's Hot Honey before last year?
Yes.
No.
It can. So we used to get it from Marshall's. Believe it or not, Marshall's in the back has all the food and seasonings, and I go
Oh,
to the back
yeah,
of Marshall's,
yeah.
and they
Yeah.
would have Mike's Hot Honey, and I'd buy it. But I'd never seen it. Now it's in every restaurant.
Yep.
It's on
Alright.
every story. It's everywhere now.
How I actually found out about it, I'll give them a ton of credit. It was Moots a few years ago when they
Oh,
were
yeah,
still doing
Moots.
like the pop-ups and the
Oh,
truck
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
They had like
Mott's, the pizza place?
Moots, yes.
Oh,
Isn't it Moots?
Mott's.
Yeah, Mott's.
I don't know. I don't want to get it
He
wrong.
told me Mott's.
Yeah.
The
It's a
owner told me
double-
Mott's.
double O.
Double O. Yeah, he said Mott's is what he called
I
it.
thought it.
Okay,
I thought it was
It's okay.
Moots.
All right.
It's me being wrong.
Just roll with
then.
it.
I'm
No, no, no,
sorry.
no,
I'll
no,
take
just
the
roll
L.
with it.
You're probably
Roll
right.
with
You're
it.
probably right. You're probably right.
But I will say they had hot honey at the time. It was the Mike's hot honey.
Yep.
And I remember
Yeah.
after getting some pizza, I went home and was like, I want to find this stuff. And it
Yeah.
claimed there was like one bottle at a Whole Foods. Like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
it. And I remember I went and like somebody had purchased it in the time frame. So then the only way to get it was like order it online.
Amazon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And then when we ran out of it, it was
Right.
like impossible to
And
find.
now it's
Fine.
twice the price it was
Oh.
a year
Wow.
ago.
Oh yeah, it
It's
was
like $14 a bottle now,
my
where it used
God.
to be $7.50 a bottle.
Don't worry.
No.
He buy it. He love it.
Well, I'm
I
really
still buy it,
into
yeah.
See,
this
look.
hot honey hummus. Where
Okay.
I'm like, it burns
Oh,
so good.
that
I
sounds
saw
delicious.
your
Instagram
Yes,
story
I just
about
that.
posted
That sounds
yesterday.
delicious.
It was
I
like
look
this
at that.
Hot honey hummus.
I love
and with
hummus,
little peppers, but yeah, there's a hot honey pizza here as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I buy Mike's Hot Honey Pizza. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that all the time. And then there is the barbecue burger,
Yeah.
which is an 8-ounce patty. They also do their own smoked meats here, so that pork on top of there is
Yeah.
smoked. And
Hey,
then
a
you have
lot
onion
of credit
strips.
to that kitchen.
They work.
mean,
they
oh
bust
my
it. Yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
they work.
they work. You guys want to try some stuff?
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
get, what do you want? What do you want to try? Just talk to me about what you want to do. Because the pizza's new,
Yeah,
right?
let's
The
go with
taco
the
pizza.
pizza.
Do you mind if I put it on your plate, or you want to do it yourself?
You can do it.
Okay. I don't want to be reaching.
I saw you just wash your hands.
Thank you. Okay. And I give one hello,
Oh, thank you.
Erin Marie.
Well, I'm still one of these lemon pepper wings.
Are you going lemon pepper? You're a lemon pepper guy, boy.
I
You
am.
like the lemon pepper.
And in the meantime, I got some questions for you ladies.
Okay.
You know? I mean, it's a podcast, so we'd be trying not to necessarily interview people. We just like to kick it and keep it real. If that's, if that's a great way to say
Dude,
it.
that's really good.
What that?
The pizza is really
I
good.
actually have to apologize to everyone who's listening to this podcast right
I
now
don't
because
care.
you are just listening to the ground.
Chewing. Yes, you are. That's what this was about.
Hey, what we should
feel like
do
there
is
should be a trigger warning.
everybody
Yes.
be quiet and we just chew and just let people listen to the soothing sounds.
Of
This is
chewing?
when you close your eyes and you just.
I think it's the cilantro that I'm not used to being on a pizza. And so the cilantro really stands out to me. It's really
That
good.
is really good.
Yeah, and I love the sauce. And it's got a little bit of kick,
Well, guess what?
which is solid.
I'm gonna box something up after these cameras go off.
You got
Well,
You're not gonna try the
it's
pizza?
a sauce that's light.
Yeah.
So it's not like gonna drip on you.
Man,
or
look at me.
that'd be the
You
worst
know
if
what?
you're on a date.
You're selling it to me. I'm just gonna take it and try
I'm telling you,
it.
it's
and
going to
the
surprise
sour
you.
cream is so light. I'm not a big
Yep.
sour cream person, but it's just subtle enough to add some great
I'm also
flavor.
not a sour cream person, but it's perfect.
It's not overwhelming.
Hey, Val,
It's very good.
this is it, bro.
Yeah, they did a great job. I bet you they researched the heck out of this
Yeah.
and did a bunch of tests
Well-
to get it like this.
When you have a taco pizza, which is really saucy,
This is
and
phenomenal.
and then a lot of times it can get soggy, but when you're wood firing,
Yeah.
it crunches up that crust so that it's it's
Oh,
like
my
a taco.
God.
And especially when it's a taco crust. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah,
hold up.
it's super crunchy even, and it's been sitting here just for a minute, just a little bit.
I will say, like, since we were fortunate enough, we got to go to Omaha Steaks when
Yep.
they were doing everything to kind of get ready to open in February and then got to come for a part of the opening. The thing that I've been consistently impressed with is just how the food is just so good. And it just keeps getting better. And I really, I'm watching all of the people who are sitting out there on the other side of this camera right now, and I'm almost, wanting to know, what they're ordering. Because I feel like every time I've come here, I don't know how to make up my mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let me give you
I
one of
agree.
these
No,
mozzarella
I'm with
sticks.
you on that.
And that sounds like a really,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's really not just what, an influencer type
Yeah.
of thing would
No,
say.
you're
"Oh,
right.
just
You're right.
spilled
You're
on your
definitely right.
computer."
That's
Yeah.
the computer's 10 years old. There you go. Try some of that sauce.
No, you're 100% right.
Yeah. They do a great job of, like we mentioned, everybody tastes it before they ever gets to the public.
Right.
And then they try to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And obviously they're great chefs, and having the right stuff in the kitchen is perfect as well.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, when you're making pizza, it's all about temperature.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's the dough temperature and all that, but what you cook it at is what matters.
Right.
Cooking a pizza at 450 on a conveyor belt, you put it in a 800-degree oven, a brick oven or a wood-fired
Yeah.
oven or coal-fired, so much better.
I didn't have any real type of care or understanding about the kitchen until I came here, and then they start explaining stuff, and they start cooking pizzas in 3 seconds, and it came out perfect and all that. And then it tastes as great as it was cooked.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, you
I
just
see
can't
Meg
get
got one
enough.
of those Mike's
Oh,
Hot
yeah.
Honey ones.
I mean,
Yep.
I don't know if we'll have it next time I'm here. I got to try it.
Yeah.
for sure. No, this is amazing. Hey, and I promise you, this is why I remember you guys were saying to me that you don't take pictures after you bite food. I feel you. It don't look as good.
It doesn't look as good,
Yeah.
and I'm guilty too because I obviously
Yeah.
write a lot of reviews, and I'll go back and I didn't even take a picture of
Yeah.
that. I think it's or you get it, and I
Yeah.
got somebody's big hands in it,
Yeah.
and try to be aesthetic.
So
but
tell
I'm not a professional.
tell us about Yelp. How did you get involved?
Sorry.
Plates just.
I mean, I don't want to use the word content creator, but it's very fitting for Yelp. How did you get involved with Yelp also?
Gosh, quite a while ago in 2017, I was working full time somewhere else, and I saw this internship posting.
Okay.
That was let's help
Yeah.
with the community manager with events. So Yelp hosts a couple events each month with local businesses, and we try to bring in an audience of our super users, which are Yelp elites.
Okay.
At that time in 2017, I was just sure I could get out of the house for a couple hours, go
Yeah,
to a
right.
trendy spot, and
Yeah.
get some
Do something you love.
and
Yeah.
I loved the community piece. I'm a community builder.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
If I'm on Yelp every day and people are writing reviews and I see that they're a high quality writer, I'm like, have you ever heard of the Elite Squad? It's a group of champions who love local
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
So it's always been about after I host an event with a business and the business comes back I didn't have any idea.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what you guys are up to.
Right.
And they get repeat. And I can see later on when I see people go back and they review the business and they're like, I was here for a Yelp event.
Yeah.
Or they come back. It's really powerful because we're inviting people in to try try business, try food. But then, we're breaking bread.
Yeah,
and we're enjoying
right. Yeah,
something together.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Community. Yeah.
And especially during the pandemic, I moved into the role full time in 2019.
Okay.
During the pandemic,
Yeah.
we couldn't go anywhere. People couldn't do anything.
We lost
but,
our
Right.
community, yeah.
but I could still reach out.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
for sure,
Or, hey,
yeah.
here are some, safer places to
Yeah.
go. And I think that's important.
Yeah, it's actually a cool community to be a part of if you think about it. It's kind of like if I'm reaching out like, hey, Michael, man, let's go try this restaurant.
Exactly.
Or, hey, let's go try this place. Yeah. It's just a bunch of people who like to just be community oriented in a sense. It's not. I like that. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well,
I never knew there was a super elite.
Yeah. it
You
is,
know?
Yeah.
I
Are
would
you a
tell-
part of it?
I should be.
Yeah.
Honestly, every single time I'm like, I need to just join.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Because I'm on Yelp already.
Yeah.
So.
I
Yeah.
want to tell people, though, that remember this. These people's livelihoods.
Yep.
Yeah.
The chefs are doing the best they can. The wait staff's doing the best they can. There
Yeah.
are times where things break in the kitchen, things get behind, something just gets messed up. You don't necessarily have to rip them a new one.
Yep.
Just because you had one bad meal.
For sure.
Or one bad dish.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. It hurts the business. And it's really bad
Yeah.
at times
Yeah.
to look at some of that stuff and think about what you
Yeah.
said in the moment the next day.
Yeah. No.
So
yeah.
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
when you're writing it that you're going to have to look back
Yeah.
at this. Your mom might read it.
I've
Yeah.
always found the most helpful thing if I ever have a bad experience is
Yeah.
to bring it up with the restaurant
Yes.
or with the
yeah.
individuals personally because
Right.
they're usually very eager
Yeah.
to make
To
it
fix
right.
it.
Absolutely.
Now,
Great point.
if
Yeah.
at that point they're not and they're like, no, you suck, get out of here.
Yeah,
like
right.
then maybe a bad review
Yeah,
is warranted.
right.
But like I usually tell people, like just take a breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes the emotion that you're feeling in the moment is just because
Yeah.
you might have had a bad day.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to know, like,
Yeah.
honestly, like take a minute with your emotions and figure out
Yeah.
was I really, truly
Yeah.
needing
But
to
is
go?
there a fine line between a troll and an honest opinion, though?
Yes, I think if you see some negative reviews, and I mean, you can pretty much, if you clicked on someone's profile, you
Yeah.
can see their
History?
graph of
Oh, really?
stars.
Okay.
I will say on Yelp, there are more 4 and 5 star reviews
Right.
than the 1, 2, and 3s combined.
Okay.
So that just tells me that more people
Yeah.
are, and we kind of do focus on the negative, but there are, especially in Omaha, super
Yeah.
compassionate,
Yeah.
constructive,
Yeah,
thoughtful.
that's Omaha.
They'll
That's
give
Omaha
it-
nice.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They'll
that's
give it
Omaha.
a second try.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
And I think it's super impactful,
Yeah.
and you can be leaving reviews on tons of different platforms.
Yeah.
But they do live forever on Yelp, so be conscious of that. But also, if you had a great experience,
Right.
instead of just putting it on one social media,
Yeah.
copy and paste it, put it on Yelp.
Yeah.
I guarantee that could make a business owner's day to
Yeah.
see
Right.
a really long, well thought out, written, and pictures.
Yep.
I know that goes such a long way. So it is,
Yeah. How many people you know that just like go somewhere and then they just hit you up like, hey, I want to tell you about this restaurant. Let's come see it. Just,
all the time.
yeah. I kind of get it, like that makes me want to be a part, you know?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
for
I'm
sure.
on it every day. So if I'm following you and I see you write a review, I'm going to get thumbs up. And,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
might say, like, what was your favorite thing? What would you get
Right.
that you didn't try?
Man.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and
kind of
you do that.
cool. Yeah.
You obviously use Google Maps, and whenever you use Google Maps, they ask you to write a review for stuff you go to. So I've done that, but I didn't even know you guys had that.
Yeah. Well, I always joke that I was a drive-by Yelper until 2017. I got it when I lived in San Francisco, and
Yeah.
I would use it when I'm in different neighborhoods, right? When you're in
Oh,
a place
yeah,
with boroughs,
for sure.
like what's the North Shore look like? So I used it all the time, and I got it with a check-in offer. I
Dang.
saw check-in, get a free beer, and
Yeah.
I thought, oh my gosh, what is this Yelp? I'm gonna get Yelp, and I never wrote a review for
Yeah.
many years. And so I get people are like, I'm going to Denver, I want to know what's going on in Logan.
Yeah.
So you type in, and you don't necessarily write, but
Yeah.
you'll use it as a guide, and that's
Yeah.
where again the review
Yeah.
writing is so important. And then some people are really passionate, like
Right.
they need a creative outlet, so
Yeah.
they enjoy writing reviews.
Yeah.
And I love those types of people. And then I like to travel vicarious through
Definitely.
people. You keep your location in Omaha, you go to Italy or you go to California, I'll follow you. Say,
Yeah.
those oysters look amazing.
Erin,
Yeah.
tell us what do you think in terms of the Big Ten? So we've been in the Big Ten. Best food city.
Ooh,
What
that's a
trip?
really
That's
good
food
That's a good question.
Ooh, I've been asked a lot of. Now that I've been to all the current Big Ten
Right.
schools, I need to put together like my thoughts on all of
Yes.
them because people are always really surprised when I rank. They get very surprised where I tell them like Lincoln sits on the list because there's a lot of really cool Big
I
Ten
agree.
towns. I feel like, who would I say? And I'm gonna actually remove Rutgers and Northwestern out of this because I don't feel like that's fair because New York City and Chicago are their own thing.
Well, even
Right.
at Rutgers, get a fat sandwich when you're there. You have to try it.
We did.
Just
I
try
got
a
one.
fat
That
sandwich.
was wild.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
It's got chicken strips on it too.
Oh, man.
okay, so I'm gonna do two answers here.
And
and I'm
french
gonna
fries.
start. The best press box food I've ever had.
Yeah.
Easily Ohio State.
Yes.
They have a McDonald's
What?
where if it's in the afternoon, it's a McFlurry bar. If it's in the morning,
What?
it's a smoothie bar.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I just want to say the game where Tommy Armstrong got injured, I was just eating
McFlurries?
McFlurries like it was nobody's business.
Because the delay was so long.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I actually might be the reason at Minnesota that they don't have dilly bars anymore, because when we knew that Mike Riley news was coming eventually, I just sat there for like 3 hours just eating dilly bars. And they're like, we got to cut these people
right.
off.
Yeah.
Illinois is actually really great when it comes to its press box food. I would say as far as like food scene though, Madison is kind of up there. Like Madison,
All the brats and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Can
just
I
a
throw
cool
one out?
area.
I don't know how much
Yes.
you've gone out to West Lafayette, but West Lafayette's got the X place with the amazing burgers
Yep.
named after the players, and then they have a place called the Meat House. Have you been to the Meat House?
Yeah.
The Meat House
haven't.
is what it is.
It's-
It is a meat house.
Like
You
literally.
walk in and there's just counters of meat, and you just pick what steak
Yeah.
or whatever
Oh
thing cuts you want in the counter, and then they have these rolls that have like a glaze on them
Dang.
West Lafayette
with
is good.
fresh jam that they make at the place.
So Rose better than
But see, I have things like at every, like, I'm sorry, I have to say, if like you're ever in Columbus, you have to go to Buckeye Donut. Buckeye Donut is so good in
Wow.
Columbus. It's like one of the best things in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But like each Big Ten, like the fat
have-
sandwiches, everybody has
Everybody's got
their
something.
thing.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I guess I can't completely take Evanston out of it because they have a hot dog stand literally across the street from the stadium.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So, like,
the Sabrettes, yeah.
Yeah,
Dang,
I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of cool when you think of college towns and
Yeah.
like all of the things that they kind of have that are unique. to
Exactly.
for sure. So what's Nebraska's? What's Lincoln's? You know,
them. Runza, Valentino's,
Yeah.
the holy trinity of
the
concession
Valentino's
foods.
is a good thing.
After
though.
you can go to Mitzi's.
That's true.
I like
Do that
Valentino's for
after.
sure.
Go to Mitzi's.
Even when I go shopping at the store, I get the instead of Red Baron, I will get Valentino's brand pizza.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's good, man.
Okay.
I mean,
It's interesting.
compared to Red Baron. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Compared to Red Baron, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
so.
Typically, if I have somebody who's coming into town and it's their
Or
first time in
DiGiorno.
Lincoln,
It's better than
I
that,
will
too.
tell them to go get a Runza.
Yeah.
I will inevitably just be like, go get
Am I
yourself
the
a
only
Runza.
person
Yeah.
in here that just like won't go get the Runza? Like,
Like, I think their fries are good. I think their hamburgers are good. The runs are just not made for me.
Yeah, I don't like
It's not. It's
Me
not
too.
made
Okay,
for me.
I wanna
But
talk
everything
about-
else is good.
I want
I
to
go
point that
all the
out.
time.
Yeah.
That is maybe
Yeah,
my
me
favorite
too.
way of
I get
saying
the
food
sweet
is
berry
not
chicken
for
salad.
like.
yeah.
I think
In a
people
large
when you're
one.
talking
Yeah, I
about
get
food,
the
Yeah.
chicken wrap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. See, people need to do that when they leave reviews. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing ever because
No,
like,
sure.
everyone's palates are different. We like different things, and
Yeah.
so I always think it's so good when you say it's just not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me.
That's a good
I'm a
statement.
cabbage
He-
eater.
He said it.
Growing up in
Yeah.
the South, I'm a cabbage eater.
Yeah.
It's just the mix, whatever the mix is, it doesn't
Yeah.
fit me. But I like their hamburgers. I think it's the best
Yeah.
fast food hamburger.
Yeah.
Not casual fast, but I mean
Yeah.
fast food. And their fries are really good as well. And my kids love getting the frings thing where you get the
I
onion
love
ring.
frings,
And
yeah.
they love that. They always get that.
To be
So, yeah.
honest, I haven't ate anything that I don't like. Is that weird?
Yeah. And you could get the popcorn chicken
Yeah.
strip. Yeah.
Like,
people
I'm
love
not-
those. Yeah.
I
Runza,
just
bring-
won't pull up and say, "Let me get a Runza."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not me.
I
Yeah.
want them to bring back the mini corn dogs, which
Yeah.
bring
My son,
back-
Yeah,
my
my
son
son.
is
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah, my son.
Bring back the mini corn
Look,
dogs.
I'm gonna start a revolt with the whole breakfast runza with hash browns.
It's too much
Have you-
fun.
I have not had
Okay,
that.
I'm
Look
sorry.
at you.
If you ever want to
I got
see,
5 views
I
on
haven't
that
had the
one.
breast-
if you ever want to get people upset though,
Yeah.
or if you ever want to see people, they're not actually upset, but if
I
you
know what
want
you
to
mean,
like
figuratively.
open Runza's mentions on anything. And it will be filled with
Mini
the
corn dog,
breakfast,
mini corn-
that and breakfast runza with hash browns.
I didn't know that existed ever.
It doesn't. People want it.
Oh,
and
it
they
never
want them to
happened.
win. So it just becomes a chaos monster of like
Nice.
breakfast runs with hashtag and then or hash browns, not hashtags. But
Yeah.
then like the people that
Yeah.
me who come in
Together.
are like
Could be.
mini corn dogs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
our kids, your kids too.
And the honey packets that
Yeah.
came with them,
Oh.
he would dip it in the honey.
Yeah,
And
I'm
so,
not
yeah,
gonna
it
lie.
was
and
great.
the thing about my son, he does not eat the actual whole corn dog. He'll just tear it out and eat the hot dog
Oh,
part.
that's hilarious.
And then I'll eat the bread.
Yeah,
That's
what I do.
like.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy that you
I
said
love the
that.
mini corn dogs.
Just
The only one I like.
2 days ago, went through and couldn't get mini corn dogs.
Nope.
That's been
So
a
have you ever
minute,
had
yeah.
the corn dogs with the funnel cake batter?
I haven't.
No. Whoa.
So with the funnel cake
Yeah,
batter,
yeah.
it's much.
I don't know if I have.
There
or
is a
not.
place in town that we will not mention. I wrote a really bad review about it when I was doing it for the newspaper.
On Google.
Follow him on Yelp.
But they had that. That was the one thing I thought was really good. They used funnel cake batter for.
That's smart.
Yeah, I thought it was for the corn dog. So
Hey.
I thought all corn dogs were made with funnel cake batter?
No,
is that just like at the fair and whatnot?
I
Some
didn't
fairs,
know
yeah.
it was made with.
It's like
the
cornmeal,
batter.
so it's like cornbread. Cornbread batter is different than funnel cake batter.
oh,
Everyone just got to watch me make sure I didn't have pizza sauce on.
Oh, we would have told
Oh
you.
no,
I'd
of
have been like
course.
this.
Oh, I will tell you that.
Yeah, but you got some lipstick on your
Yeah.
teeth, girl.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. And please tell
That's
me.
like my sister.
You know,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I have to tell
Good.
people that are strangers to me, and then they kind of look. I'm like, I'm helping you out.
Trying to help you
Don't
out.
worry
So
about
we did not do anything
yes.
with the burger. I'm just gonna tell people this burger looks amazing.
It is amazing.
yeah, you
It's-
have to cut it in fours.
Yeah, it's got.
Yeah, it's too messy right
It's
now.
got both pulled pork on it,
Yeah.
and it's got the hamburger, and it's got the strings, and it's got a homemade barbecue sauce. So
It looks great.
all
Can
those
we
things.
talk about your Emmy?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
I mean,
let's talk
I
Emmy.
feel like, 'cause
Erin
I
got an
got
Emmy.
questions for both of you ladies, like I said, but like when I think of an Emmy, I just think about like you're a legend.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to an EGOT, so I just
Yeah.
have to get my Tony, Grammy, and Oscar.
Hey,
So
write
those
a
are
book.
next.
Man.
Voice it. There's your.
So
there's
so
your
how
Grammy.
how do you? I mean, you got to be consistent, you know, obviously, but like, who put you up with
was the story,
with your
Erin?
shows
Oh, yeah.
to get Emmys and things
Tell
like
us the
that?
story that got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the story was Title IX, 50 Years in the Making, which
Yep.
was from Nebraska Public Media.
Yep.
And I was super fortunate because about, honestly, now was it 2 years ago now? I think just about 2 years ago, they reached out and said, we've got this idea. We want to do a special on Title IX, but we're going to need to do some pre-work for it. We want
Yeah.
to tell some special features. And so I was a part of some of those features. I helped tell the girls' wrestling story for the state of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
But another one that was really important to me is that was also right after everything had happened with the women's basketball tournament
Yeah.
at the college level, where we found out they weren't
were getting treated
they
the
weren't
same.
getting the March Madness name.
Yeah.
Sedona Prince, she had
Oh, yep.
highlighted the
Yep.
weight room that was literally
Yep.
just a stat.
I was about to say that. I mean, it wasn't a small stack. It was like
yeah, it
a
was-
little corner plot.
Yeah. So I had this idea where I'm like, let's go to Oregon and
like
see
it
her.
was, cardiac rehab type stuff.
And she agreed. So we went out and we went to Oregon. We talked to Sedona. She was a part of that story. We went to the first March Madness for women.
That was
in
a big
Minneapolis.
deal.
It was so cool. I'm
Yeah.
like honored to have been there.
Man.
That's awesome.
And then I helped host the show itself. So we did a big live show. We had guests like Brenna Van Langen, Carol
Yeah.
Frost,
Yeah.
Jordan Larson, Peaches James Keaton,
Mm-hmm.
just amazing people within the Nebraska world. And we did this hour-and-a-half long show, and Nebraska Public Media put it up as for consideration for the Heartland Emmys, which is a part of the Emmy organization
Yeah.
at large. And we found out we were nominated in May.
awesome.
We won in July.
that's
and
cool.
my award should be here, honestly, any day. And I'm
Nice.
going to just tell you, I will be obnoxious
Yeah.
when it comes.
Now, and I bet like
Don't bite into it first.
in the midst of that process, like she couldn't be thinking like, man, we gonna get an Emmy off of this. You know, maybe.
I didn't even think about, like, until they reached out and said, we are going to submit this
Yeah.
for Emmy consideration. I honestly hadn't even thought about it. Like, I wasn't even aware that some of the things that I had previously done with social media could be potentially Emmy consideration.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I feel
I
you.
had
Yeah.
never even, like, thought about that world. I come
Yeah.
from, like, I do a lot of editorial writing,
Yeah.
but I also am very involved in social media, and I did not realize until, like,
Dang.
Nebraska and Huddle had, like, the university
Yep.
and Huddle had things up for consideration in the Emmys as well.
Wow.
And so, like, seeing that, I'm like, the options are really, truly
It's
endless
cool.
for people. Like, honestly, things that you do with this podcast could potentially be Emmy worthy.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, they added the
it
podcast
is.
category.
Yeah.
It
They
is
added the
Emmy-worthy.
podcast.
No doubt.
They added the podcast category.
Yeah.
Burger. Isn't that really good?
She said, "Oh,
It's
so-
I wanna,
It shocked
I
me.
wanna
I had
take
no
John's
idea.
and,
I had no idea.
I'm just gonna take that
Look
back.
look at the red on that pork. That smoke line on that pork.
yeah,
That is really
yeah."
good.
So congrats on that.
Yes,
That's tight.
definitely.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like,
I said, I'm going to be very obnoxious.
If you have not
Yeah.
watched it yet, you can still watch it. Go to the
Right.
website. They have it in Nebraska
Nebraska
Public
Public
Media, and you can click on it.
Yep.
Last takeaways.
no, wait.
Okay.
Hold on.
We gotta
hold
get to our
on.
interview.
No, I got a question for you. You wrote a book, right?
I did.
Come on, like,
What's it called?
yeah, I want to hear about this book that you wrote, please.
You're on
you
your
did
way
your,
there and
you
you
did
got
your show
two.
research. I wrote a book. It's a children's book.
Yeah.
It's called Where's My Voice?
Yeah.
And it's about my son who has apraxia. So
Oh, wow.
he is on a speech journey. Apraxia is a neurological gross motor disorder. So
Okay.
and this could be completely inappropriate or wrong, but I always liken it to if somebody had a stroke and they're relearning to talk. Their brain knows exactly what they want to say, but their muscle movements are
Right.
not tracking. So he wants to talk, and he's really made such big progress. He's
Yeah.
7, and we are working with Creighton University, and he gets a lot of help through OPS. And I just wrote the book about, he's 7 and he was 5 when I wrote it. And he wakes up and he wants to talk, but he's like, I don't have a voice.
So it's based off a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's looking everywhere a kid would look, under his bed, in his toy box, in the playground.
Concept is crazy.
Cannot find his voice. He's opening things and he gets sad and he can't even tell me that he's sad. But don't worry, mom and dads, we have our parental instinct and we got him into therapy. Again, the pandemic was hard. And he started his speech therapy very young. And we've just had tremendous effort, and I just want it to be more of a conversation. I think there are a lot of kids who have speech delays or speech disorders, and when you say, "Oh, my cousin's friends, other cousin," they didn't talk till they were 5, and they were fine. This is just a good way to. And then you know what? He's got a lot of help through therapy and at school. So it's just a great way to say, "Hey, lean into your services. You can get them as early as 18 months through OPS."
Where can you find the book?
I have a website, www.whereismyvoice.org. And you can order it there.
That's awesome.
So thank you.
No, I mean, it means a lot to me. It's not just about like doing research. I mean, just being in Omaha, you hear about people. So I personally, kind of like all three of you guys, I tell Mike all the time, I'm inspired by you guys just for the fact that you guys are doing things in the energy of who I am as a person. I like content. I like just everything that you guys do. So I knew that actually. I just wanted to hear you talk about it.
Does your son like sports at all?
He does. He plays soccer.
Okay, so one of the greatest high school soccer players in the whole state. Very similar syndrome.
Really?
Very similar, yeah.
Well,
former writer for the Omaha World Herald, his son. Yeah, and ended up going away to New Mexico to play soccer. I mean, he's one of the leading scorers.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was, the team sport where you have to talk, he couldn't do it.
We tried basketball, and with his coordination, so hard. When he started soccer, the
boom, boom,
kick
boom, boom.
on the weaving and
That's
the
awesome.
cones, I was like, this could be a sport. So,
that's cool.
and just putting them in things and making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what
that's big.
Let's get a last takeaway, food-wise, bar-wise, from you guys.
I'm just really glad that, I really truly mean this. I'm glad that a place like this exists in Omaha.
Facts. Yeah.
It's hard to explain it because you're watching on a screen where you're not seeing the other side. But there are people just sitting out there, and I think that's the cool thing is watching people just enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just
it's a vibe, huh?
I'm also I'm close to here, so it's nice to have the elevated sports
bar concept.
Very close. But I think it's cool when I get the emails that say what's going on, and it's not just sports. There's Pink having a concert, so there's things before that.
I'm gonna do a couple of things here myself.
Yep, it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, I've had the opportunity to come and try so many different menu items. They're always good. But I, like Erin said, love the events side of it. Again, they bring community to an otherwise, not as communal type of environment. And the space is huge. You can't go anywhere without running into a bar or a server or somebody who's like, how can I help you?
Yeah, or a game because there's 80 TVs and a 50-foot TV.
That's true.
And you can get medium rare hamburger. Most places won't make it for you. You get a medium rare hamburger here.
Yeah. And also, I just have to throw that out really quick. The piece of community is so important because the one thing that so many people have lost is the third place. You have your home, you have your job, and it's the extra piece of that something else, somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
And I think what's neat is when I walked in here, people who had never formally met me acted like they knew exactly who I was.
Hey,
and
I'm big on that.
Very excited,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I came here with some girlfriends, and we were planning our next visit while we were here.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's
and
cool.
They came back.
That's
so.
awesome.
Go. All right, Big Al. Shout out to Al. Al Lopez.
Yes.
Oh, Al.
Aaron, Meg, we appreciate you guys coming in with us. And when we get those new brunch things, the menu items, we'll have to have you guys come back.
Bring it back.
I'll just show up. We're just here.
We'll be here anyway. Yeah.
Everybody just sees us sneaking in on the side. We're we're here.
No doubt.
We're back. We'll get our credentials. Scribble them on.
Yep.
Josh, it's time. Another recent Rushmore.
Can't wait, man.
Defensive line.
Yep. One name come to mind.
Well,
he should be 4 spots.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how good, because everybody knows that Ndamukong Suh is good.
Exactly.
Let me tell you how good Ndamukong Suh was.
Yeah, go ahead.
He won the Outland Trophy.
Right.
The Lombardi Trophy.
Wow.
The Nagurski Trophy.
Ridiculous.
The Bednarik Trophy.
Legend.
All his senior year, and he was AP Player of the Year, College Ball Player of the Year, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, Big 12 Defensive Lineman, and a unanimous All-American. The only thing he didn't win was the Maxwell, The Johnny Unitas goes to quarterbacks. He didn't win
Right.
that. And he didn't win the Heisman.
Exactly.
Even though I voted for him to win the Heisman.
And then let's go even further. Super Bowl champion.
NFL stuff as well.
I mean,
you don't even need all that. He could have stopped playing,
and
I've been like, well, he's gone on.
Exactly.
He's gone to recent Rushmore. Yeah, you're
Exactly.
right. So he's played 13 years in the league.
Yep.
He's got the Super Bowl with
Yep.
the Bucks, and he's been to another Super Bowl as well with the Rams. So
13 years is impressive.
that's
man.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's our lock for sure.
Yep.
And also, by the way, number 2 overall pick in the draft.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't
Nebraska
even mention.
hadn't had anybody drafted that high in a very long time.
Exactly. Yeah.
The other lock, I think, is Randy Gregory.
I agree.
Just here 2 years.
Yep.
But Randy was a force.
Yep.
Again, 2-time first team, all Big Ten.
But he's also an eye test guy for me, too.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. The Miami game.
Yeah.
Anybody who was at the Miami game that was at Nebraska.
Yep.
One of the night game, crazy game. Everything was nuts, right? Amir had a great game. Randy was unblockable in that game. Unblockable.
By the way, that team was good.
It was a good team.
BPI, man.
It was a good team.
That was a good team.
It was a good team,
sure.
yes. 17 and a half sacks in just 2 seasons, too.
Yeah.
Pro career has been a little on and off because of the weed,
Right.
But
Yeah.
hey, signed a big contract to go with Denver. Got hurt last
NFL,
year.
do they got the same policy as NBA?
It's changed now.
Word.
They've changed it. They've lessened what the test is now.
Okay.
So it makes it
So
a little
they
bit better.
lessened the test, but they still tested.
But see what happened, Randy did.
Yeah.
Randy tested positive at the combine.
Yeah.
So he came into the league with 1 strike.
Yeah.
So the second time he got tested, 4-game suspension.
Man.
And then he got a whole year.
Right.
So stop smoking. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, I feel you.
But listen, Randy was one of the best guys
yeah.
at Nebraska. I always tell the story. We're at an event, and Randy's there, and this little kid's there, and he's autistic, and he's losing, and he's falling on the ground. And Randy walks over, and Randy gets on the ground with the kid and starts talking to him really softly and calms the kid. And I was standing with my wife and my son, who was there as well, and I mean, I thought I was gonna cry, dude. Watching it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big, giant, 6'5", 260-pound guy on the ground,
right.
making this kid feel better. It's still one of the. He'll always be a fan.
Hey, before
Always
we
fan.
go to you give me options for 3 through 5. Give me some honorable mentions on your list.
Okay, we're only going with 4. But
4.
Here's some
Mount
honorable, here's some honorable
Rushmore.
mentions.
Duh, my bad.
Okay.
Yep.
Malik Collins.
Okay.
My favorite. We can
All
curse
right.
on this show, right?
Yeah.
I used to always tweet out when Malik made a play, bitch, that's Malik. Yeah. That's what I tweeted out every time.
Yeah.
Because when he first started, people were telling me that Vincent Valentine
So
would be
basically,
better.
put some respect on my name.
Exactly. And
I
they
feel
get
you.
Vincent Valentine. Malik.
Yeah, no
bitch,
doubt.
that's Malik. That's
Yeah,
why I always said that.
for sure.
Cameron Meredith
All right.
had a decent career, played out of position.
Yeah.
The kid was a defensive
Yeah.
end. They made him play defensive
Now that's
tackle.
tough. That's tough.
He was
Yeah.
undersized. Plus,
For sure.
beautiful mother.
Yeah.
Baker Steinkooler.
Yep.
Had a see, she was gorgeous. Second team All Big Ten.
Yep.
So was Cam. So was Malik. So those
Word.
are your second teamers.
All right.
They don't quite get
For sure. So
Caveman, Eric Martin,
Okay.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
First team All Big Ten in 2012.
Yeah.
He had 8.5 sacks, had a bunch of tackles for loss, and his nickname was Caveman.
Yeah.
And he had a knockout against Oklahoma State that changed the rules. They literally changed the rules on
Hey.
kickoff hits
Yeah.
because of what he did to that guy.
Man.
So that's Pierre Allen.
Okay.
Pierre Allen as well.
All right.
Another
Yeah.
guy you put on the list had
Yeah.
a decent little NFL career too.
I think you kind of put them all in order too. To me,
Mm-hmm.
Except for I put Caveman second on honorable mention.
Yeah.
But I think your honorable mention list is great.
And then I'm gonna give you 3 for 2 spots.
All right. Cool.
Right. So we have Sue and we have Randy Gregory.
Yep.
So we got a true 3 tech and we got a true defensive end / outside linebacker.
Yep.
Adam Carricker.
All
Adam
right.
Carricker,
Yep.
first round
Yep.
pick, Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year, and again, a 2-time All-Conference guy. So these are all at least 2-time conference
right.
guys.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
2-time All Big 12, 05 and 06, 13 overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also the Rams Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Now, he got banged up a lot.
Right.
He only ended up playing 5 years
Yeah, I thought it was
because of
4.
injuries.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So his last year, he was in the league, but he didn't
Yep.
play because of the injuries.
Right. So that's what I said 4.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he got – you want to get as many years as you can so you get that pension.
That pension.
The pension.
I think the pension is after 4 years.
Yeah, now
too.
it's 3.
Ah,
It's actually games
man.
played, but really they add up
Yeah.
to 3 now. I
Man.
remember when Eric Crouch was getting out.
Yeah.
And he needed 6 back then.
Yeah.
Jared Crick. He was a second-team All-American.
Number 3.
Second team. He 2-time first-team
That's
All-Big
number
12.
3 right there. Keep
and
going.
he finished his career with 20 sacks.
There you go.
Made him 8 on the list. Do
Yeah.
you have him ahead of Adam Carricker?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right. Remember, Eric Carricker was a first-round overall pick, too.
I get that.
Okay. And they're different guys.
I get that.
4'3",
Like,
defensive end.
Do I got to go back to the
opposed
example?
to.
Sometimes it's like you can put Kobe Bryant behind some people, but if you've seen Kobe Bryant play.
I agree with you. I will tell you this. Jared Crick was a much better player because he played next to Ndamukong Suh.
That's why
made him a much better player. He was a much better player.
He made it easier for him.
So they were triple teaming the other guy.
Yeah.
And then last one, and one of our guests from earlier, Aaron, said Steve Warren's another choice you could have there. Now, he was not a two-time.
Yeah.
Again, only a one-time
No
Big
doubt.
12.
Hey, I'm going to be a little biased.
Big Woo.
That's my guy.
Big Woo.
Yeah.
Big Woo's the best.
That's my dog.
He's the best. And right now, he's raising the next generation of players.
He is.
Because he has the Warren Academy, and plus he's got a bunch of kids.
So, I gave you my number 3.
You said it'd be Jared Crick for 3.
Yes.
And I had Adam Carricker for 3, but you have Jared. So the choice is, do we go Adam, Jared, or do we take one of them out and put Steve Warren in? And the only reason I have Steve Warren in
I'm up here thinking,
is because the other people were 2-time all-conference. He was only a 1-time all-conference.
Yeah, you can't knock the 2-time conference.
That's
man.
it's very impressive.
It's very impressive.
A lot of guys
you
who can
cannot
do that.
knock
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Man, what you think for that 4th spot?
See, I have Jared Crick 4 and I have Adam Carricker 3, but I can flip it easily.
I'll say it's the other way
You
around.
can flip it easily.
To me, what do you guys think out there?
Exactly.
Yeah, what do you guys
Get on there
think?
and tell us what you think. So let's go. So again, this is the recent Rushmore.
Right.
So don't be yelling at me.
Yeah, or
about
yelling
Grant
at me,
Wistrom
or saying he's a basketball
else
player.
Since
I want to
1998.
hear it. I watched 2.
Since 98, we're going with Sue.
Yep.
Randy Gregory.
Yep.
Jared Crick.
There you go.
From Cozad, right? Is it Cozad? Is that where he's from?
I can't tell you where he's from. I just seen him play.
I think.
You feel me?
And Adam Carricker.
There you go.
Those would be our 4.
That's the 4 right
and then
there.
Just outside of it, if we were the 5th one, would be Steve Warren.
Right.
Big Woo.
Yeah, I'm going to
All
put
right.
him out there. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but again, tell us what you think.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
if
sure.
we missed
Yeah,
somebody,
can't wait.
you never know.
Can't wait. Yes.
All right, I want to thank our guests for this episode. Erin
Yeah.
Sorensen and Meg Bauer joining us. That was fun with the food, man.
I don't know what's more impressive, an Emmy or a book about your son.
They're both incredible.
I know, man.
They're both incredible.
It's inspiration to me for sure.
There's no doubt about that. But also thank you to Phil McLean,
Yep.
executive producer, getting this thing set up.
Thank you to Chef for all the food, man.
Chef for all the food,
I'm taking
no
the
doubt.
wings home.
Yeah, I know you. You've been talking about taking the wings home. I might try to get that rigatoni. Also, the king, Val Elvis, running the board as well. Next week,
Oh,
when
my
we join
guy,
you,
Mac. Back, I got you.
and don't
bro.
forget about Mac, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, thank you.
Next week when we join you,
Yeah.
we're going to be previewing the first game, 2023, Nebraska
man.
Cornhuskers under Matt Rule.
Right.
We'll be previewing that game. That's a
Yeah.
Thursday night, of course, against Minnesota.
Real quick, let me ask you, is offense or defense better this year?
We'll talk about it next week.
Let's get it.
Talk about it next week. Also want to remind you, Omaha Steaks, never a bad time to give Omaha Steaks. As a present, doesn't matter if it's a Monday or Tuesday, Josh's birthday. It doesn't matter. It's
Any
a
day.
great time to give Omaha Steaks. No one ever gets, man, I can't believe I got Omaha Steaks today. Nobody ever says that.
Right.
Ever. So, Josh.
Hey, it's Josh Jones, my man